So now we are done with the basic Python environment setup and also familiar with the text editor tool called Sublime Text. In this tutorial, we will see another tool called Jupyter Notebook. Okay, now let's come to the another interesting part. What if you want to learn and at the same time take notes, which should look more beautiful and more organized and more interactive for you? Okay, so what is the option for you? There's something called Jupyter Notebook. I prefer Jupyter Notebook if you want to write notes and add some examples to it. Jupyter Notebook is also the community edition for Jupyter Notebook is free. You can use it for Python development, and for that you have to download Anaconda Navigator, which you can go through anaconda.com and go to the downloads here. You can download it for multiple operating system. For different 64-bit and 32-bit compilers are available. Executables are there. So I am in Windows, so I'll go to the 64-bit, and here it starts the download. Okay. Once the download finishes, again you have to do the setup for it. I have already completed the setup and I have already launched it for you guys. Let me show you how it looks like. Okay, so this is how it looks. I have opened the Anaconda Navigator. After installation, you will be able to open it, and when you drag down, you can find Jupyter Notebook here. Click launch and it gets opened up in your web browser. So everything is local, nothing is connected to the internet. Okay, so you can see all the folders which is available on my system. I will go to the desktop and go inside the folder which we created. So here we can see the example also. Let's have a new folder here called Notebook, and you can rename it. You can click it and see a rename option is available. Notebooks, because the notebooks which you create from Jupyter Notebook, it has .ipynb extension and not .py. Okay, everything is integrated here. I will show you how you can start a new notebook, and you can write programs also here. For that you have to go to the new and go to this notebook for Python 3 which you want to create. So here you can see this is very much interactive, and you can see multiple options over here. There are multiple cells that you can insert above and below. There are multiple kernels that you can add, and you can see multiple running kernels also here. Right now no terminals are running, so I go back to my untitled because we have not given any name. Let's say my first example. Okay, and let's rename it. Now you can see, guys, it will be created with .ipynb extension, from where we created a new file. Okay, and whatever you will add it here, it will be saved in the ipynb, and you can directly open it in the notebook. Here you can see multiple options. I will show you some of the things that you can use for taking the notes. Let's say heading. So you can using the hash. You can type hash, and you can say that it's a heading 1 or heading 2. If you say 2 hash or 1 hash, let's say my first example, and I press Control Enter, it comes as a bigger one because it shows like the heading 1. Okay, you press the plus icon here, and let's say my notes, which I am adding in double hash. Okay, and I make it again as a heading. Okay, so this is a level 2 heading. I press Control Enter again. Now I am going to add some code here. This is going to be heading 2, and I'm going to add one more row here. I'm going to add code. Now to add the code, let's say again the same code I'm going to do here. Print hello world. Okay, And when I press enter, you can be adding more lines here in the it's like editor as well. Okay, so you can say a equals to 5, you can say b equal to 7, and again print a plus b. Now to run this, you can either click this run or press Control Enter. Okay. Now if so the variables whichever I have given in the old row, it is still saved into the memory, and when I want to print the variable, I can just name the variable and I can see the value of it. Okay. If you want to see what is the address that this variable is saved into, you can use id and keep it inside the bracket. Okay, and when you say Control Enter, you can see the address where the value a is saved. Okay, let's add one more row here, and I will say id b, Control Enter. This is a new address, so these two addresses are different. Okay, similar to this, if I say id c and run it, you will see an error. Okay, because there is no variable called c and there is no address available for this variable c. Okay, to do this, we can either add it in the old row. Here we can say c equals to a plus b, and we need to run this. Okay, now when I execute the next line idc, it will give me a new address. Okay, and when I want to print the value of c, I can just print c, or I have to just say print c. Okay, yeah. So this is how you can use Anaconda, or you can use Jupyter Notebook. Here you can add notes also if you want. So let's say after this I am going to add a row, and I can say here markdown. Okay, this is how I can print sum of two numbers. Okay, so this gets saved. Now everything you type here keeps getting saved in your notebook. So this is a saved copy of your notebook. You can open it again anytime you want, and you can see the notes available for you. Okay, because this is very much interactive, I would suggest you guys to add notes here because it looks beautiful and it's easy to understand. And here you can add a real-time example also, which you can compile. You can also download it as different formats, but probably for that you need to install different libraries like LaTeX if you want to add for PDF and all, but you can export it. Okay. Apart from all these, we have a very good IDE which is very fast and reliable, that is called as PyCharm. I prefer PyCharm because it is very useful if you are doing a very big program or you have multiple modules in a program. So this is a very good IDE for developers. I suggest you guys to go through the PyCharm website and see its features. You can also download it for free from its website, that is JetBrains, and you go to the download section. Here you can see a different operating system, and I have downloaded it for Windows. So the professional version is having some licensing fees, but you can download community edition if you want to do only Python development programming. So I have the community edition installed in my PC, and I will be guiding you through other tutorials for PyCharm community edition. I will show you how it looks like even after installation. So this is how it looks. I will explain you in the next tutorial how to create a new project, and I will guide you through all the programs which I am going to explain you guys in order to understand Python. So we will meet up in the next tutorial. Hope to see you guys there. Thank you.